Hi, Ohakade here. I'm going to be doing a reaction video today, sort of a multi-reaction video to my Spotify Discover Weekly. It's mostly going to be metal, there may be some pop in there and some unexpected stuff. I don't know what to expect. I will skip something if it doesn't grab me immediately, and if I like something, I'll end up saving it. So this first song is going to be Get Well 2 by Icon for Hire. I know one song from this band, I forget what it's called, but I did like it. Let's see if I like this one. It's not bad, but I guess it's sounding a little generic so far. I see that this is actually from an acoustic album, so the original song might sound different. I'll give it a few more seconds, but I'm not sure. I think I'm going to skip this. Not really my thing. Not terrible, but not really my thing. Breakdown and Cry is the next song from Amaranthe. This is a song I already know, but that is my least favorite song from that album. I'm going to move on to the next song. It's called Just Don't Tell Me That by NSYNC. I haven't heard this, but I do like NSYNC, so we'll see. I'm into this. I'm into this sort of really retro Max Martin sound, sort of dramatic, cheesy mainstream pop of that era. I really like that sound, so I'm into this. I'll probably save it. Alright, the next song is Firefly by Steps. So far it sounds very Steps. I do know this band. They were a very big pop band in Europe and the UK in like the late 90s and early 2000s. I was never really that into them, but let's see where this is going. But I have a feeling I know where it's going. It's like a dance pop track. Interesting, I just realized this is one of their more recent songs from 2017. I mean, their old fans would certainly like it, but it's just too boring for me. Next is The Edge by Entropy Zero J-Ray. I can get into this. It reminds me of sort of a mix between, I guess, Linkin Park and Disturbed. Let's see where it goes. I'm not sure I'll save it if it's going where I think it's going, but we'll see. I actually really like the groove of the verses. The chorus is not very memorable though. Alright, I'm actually going to skip this. I feel like the song never really hit its stride. I like the verses, I liked the groove of the verses, but the chorus is too repetitive and generic, and I feel like the singer is a good singer, but he's trying too hard to sound like Chester Bennington. Anyway, the next song is F.Y.L. by 69 Chambers. This song is interesting to me because I've never heard this combination of sort of intense metal with that sort of drunken, stoned like vocal style, especially female vocals. I usually prefer something more melodic, but I'm going to keep listening to this because I'm intrigued by the stylistic choices. If I'm hearing the lyrics correctly, I think the lyrics are kind of bad. Something about, I'm gonna put you on my fuck you list. Okay, I get what they're going for. It's not what I'm usually into, but I can see how it's unique and creative. So I'm just gonna skip forward because interested to see what like the bridge sounds like and if there's any solos or whatever. Okay, she needs to stop talking about the fucking list. It's too silly, you know? Because the music is good, but when you have lyrics like that, it really kind of takes you out of it. Oh, F.Y.L stands for fuck you list. Damn, that's what the whole song is about, huh? Sheesh. Okay, I'm not going to save this, but that was interesting. It was the most interesting song so far, that's for sure. Next song is Secret Door by Ethernity. Excellent transition there. The singer is very good. I find that the chorus doesn't live up to the promise that the intro gave us, you know what I'm saying? Their weak point is probably vocal melodies. I can't hear the lyrics, so I can't comment on that, but everything else is good. Okay, I'm saving this song. Next is Sensuality by Samantha Mumba. Samantha Mumba was an Irish pop star that had a brief success back in the day, and this is from an album called A Collection, so I assume this is an older song. I do like her singles, so let's see if this song Sensuality is any good. Yes, I do like this. I know a lot of people would hate this kind of music, but when did this come out? This song sounds like it came out maybe 1999. I must have been about 10 or 11, but my musical taste was really being like formed by the media then, and this is just the kind of music that was at the top of the charts, so it's always going to be like ingrained in me to like this kind of stuff. Okay, I like the song. I'm going to save it to my 90s playlist, but I'm not going to linger on it too long because I have a feeling that Samantha Mumba isn't the reason that anyone might be watching this. So, okay, next song is called Riisuttu by Alase. What's striking me about this initially is the production, which is very nice and it suits the instruments very well. The spacing that each instrument is given really complements what the music is doing. Absolutely beautiful voice. So this is a really nice song. I don't think I'm gonna sit here and listen to the whole thing, but I'm gonna save it. It sort of reminds me of Winter Sun, you know, one of the really slower Winter Sun's songs, like Loneliness. I was gonna say Lonely, but then I corrected myself and I realized the song is not called that, it's called Loneliness. It's from their most recent album. It's an amazing album. Next song is called Scorched Earth by Frantic Amber. I do know this band. I believe they're sort of a melodic death metal band with a female screamer. So my thoughts on this song so far is that it's a little bit like, it's too much like background noise. Like this is the type of song that you would hear if you walked into like a metal bar, where it fits the overall image of what metal should be, but it doesn't really say anything individually as a song. What I do like about it is the way that the rhythm alternates, but overall the riffs are kind of just whatever, you know. It's definitely not as good as what I've heard from them previously. There's another song that I really liked from them, but I can't remember what it's called, but it seems to have more of an identity as a song than this. So I'll listen to this a little bit more, but I don't think I'm going to say that. Not their best. Moving on to God Has a Plan for Us All by Angtoria. I'm definitely into this so far. This is pretty good so far. The melody is unpredictable, but still sort of consistent. There's some really cool, intricate things going on with the guitar, and there might be a keyboard in there somewhere, but while the rhythm is really sort of basic, and what the choir is doing rhythmically is really basic, I love the little ribbons that the guitar is creating underneath it. That was tight. That was sick. This part is the only part that I think is not as strong as the rest of the song. When she sings this part that sounds like the chorus, I don't like it as much. I don't know. So I'm gonna actually save this and move on to the next song. But I think this might be my favorite track so far that I've heard. Okay, next song is Insectia by Medeia. It sounds sufficiently insect-like so far. I don't know how to feel about this so far. The production is excellent, but there's no melody in it that I can decipher. It's more about just being a metal song, but I want to hear more. I'm going to skip forward and see what's going on in the latter half. This is just not really to my own taste. You know, I like Samantha Mumba, right? So I like some bit of melody in stuff, and this has no melody. It's all about creating a sort of just a heavy atmosphere, but heaviness is not enough when it comes to creating a song that you actually care to remember. So unfortunately, I feel like there's a lot of stuff like this out there, but you know, I'm sure that their audience is all about them, and maybe they are doing something that I can't hear or identify because, again, I don't really listen to this type of stuff myself usually. Next is No Absolution by Lost Society. This is definitely too, I hate to say generic because I feel like I use that word a lot, but I feel like this song is the definition of generic, you know. So, as musicians and the singer, they're very technically good. Just the music that they write is, there's nothing, I don't know, I don't want to be harsh about it. It's just that it doesn't speak to me. It doesn't seem to be doing anything unique, so I'm just going to skip it. The next song is Believe by Arven. So where the song I was complaining about previously was too heavy with not enough melody, I think this song has a lot of melody, but it doesn't have a certain bite to it that I'm looking for. Her voice is gorgeous. They're all incredible musicians, and the production is really good. It's just the vibe that I'm not into, really. I don't have any serious complaints about this song, but the overall vibe, it's not very dramatic, you know, like this vocal style, if you're going to use this vocal style and symphonic metal style in general, I think that you need to be careful with making your songs sound too neither here nor there, like not happy nor sad, not intense, but at the same time not too soft, you know? This song sits somewhere in the middle of the road. I feel like there's an extreme that they're not taking somewhere to sound more unique. It's good. Part of the fun of making videos like this is really thinking and challenging myself to really articulate what my thoughts are on the songs. And at the same time, I know all of these bands work so hard on this music, and I really don't mean to come across as snobby or an asshole about it. It's really just like, you know, an exercise. Next song is Cross My Heart by S Club 7. Okay, the chorus is pretty shitty, but, you know, it didn't start off bad. There was a cool vibe. I feel like the BPM was just right for sort of settling into a groove. But the chorus was shitty, so I'm not even saving that one. The next song is Sädekehä by Kotiteollisuus. Not too much going on so far. Okay, I know what this song is going for, but it's just not my thing. It's a more laid-back sort of sludge stoner vibe. Production's really good and everything is done well, just not my taste, so I'm going to skip it. The next song after that is Starlight by Avantasia. I haven't heard this. I like that little creeping riff during the verses, that. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. I generally am not a huge fan of Avantasia, just because the music doesn't sound it doesn't sound dramatic. It sounds too happy and upbeat, which is not a bad thing. It's just not what I look for usually. But it's catchy. You know, I hate to compare the two, but you know, you have Avantasia and you have Arion, and they're both opera album concepts. And you know, Arion, if you listen, there is sort of a darker tone to a lot of his songs, which is why I'm drawn more to his style than Avantasia. Avantasia is too classic power metal, which it obviously has its place, just not my thing. Next song is Tempest by Countless Skies. This is very nice so far. The melodies, the production, the build-up is beautiful. I love it. Overall, a very nice song so far. It's hard for me to square off how I feel about those kinds of vocals over a very melodic section sometimes. I usually prefer harsh vocals to be over very intense parts. And I know music should have no limitations. Just to me, I wasn't really into it when I heard that harsh vocal come in over that melodic part. And this singer, again, he's very talented. I'm just not hearing an actual melody here. I'm just hearing kind of notes sung to go with whatever chord they're playing at that time. But maybe this song will develop more. I hope it does. The production is really beautiful, and this band has a really good sense of matching melody with atmosphere and sound design. Now we're talking. Yeah, that little proggy part was really, really cool. We've gone back into the chorus now, which I'm not as huge a fan of, but I do think that this band definitely is able to sound unique in this playlist full of all kinds of shit, you know. It could also be the fact that their artwork is just stunning. So, whatever. But I am going to save it. I'm going to save it to a prog playlist here. Next is a song called AMOR by BoA. I do know BoA. She's a Korean pop star, and I like most of her stuff. But I haven't heard this. This must be new. So let's see how this sounds. Okay, I already have an issue with that squeaky background voice that is such a trend in pop music today. I feel like it's kind of died out a bit, but I find that K-pop, it does copy American pop a lot, and sometimes K-pop is a little behind with trends in pop music on the US side. So while nowadays you're less likely to hear that squeaky, echoey background voice in American pop, but it still lingers in K-pop, it seems. But then again, I'm only 7 seconds in, I haven't even given this song a chance. I'm just saying, I'm a little worried. And this whole tropical sound, again, it was a big thing like 2 years ago in US pop music. It was like that song "Do It Again" by Medeia. Like that was a great song, but like this kind of stuff has already been done. So far, I'm not a huge fan of it. Usually, BoA sounds a little bit more unique in her style. Like her song "The Shadow" is so cool, such a unique song. This I'm not feeling as much, but we'll see. Whatever. Okay, I am sold a little bit on the chorus. Her saving grace really is her voice. It's so beautiful. I do think it's a very unique sounding voice, even in that huge sea of female K-pop stars. Her voice does stand out. It has a beautiful sort of sharp, smooth sound that I'm really into, but I'm not going to save this particular song. So the next song is called "We Are a Band" by Psychostick. And it seems like the album is called "Do." Doo-doo? Is that a joke? Or, you know, doo-doo? Okay, this is a troll band because they have all these silly song names. Okay, obviously they can write music. They know how to produce. I don't know. I feel personally attacked by this. But then again, maybe that is the point. I guess I appreciate what they're doing, but I mean, I'm not going to save it. You know what? I'm curious to see what kind of following this band has. Psychostick. Do people listen to this stuff? Psychostick. 250k. Wow. They're actually popular. I guess I got what was coming to me. Next song is Alien Kamikaze by Pagan's Mind. It has some cool moments and some good energy. Admittedly, I'm starting to have some fatigue trying to listen to all this stuff, and this isn't a song that is standing out much, so I'm just going to move on. This song is called Stabbing in the Dark by Ice 9 Kills. I'm super into this. And I'm not usually a fan of sort of a typical metalcore sound, but there's something about this song that is just good. It's just good. I'm into it. This is getting saved. I love theatrical sounding stuff, and this sounds like it's telling a story. Next song is I Miss You by Dreamcatcher. Yeah, I forgot that I actually know this band. They're like a K-pop band that have some metal influences. And I have liked some of their stuff before, but overall I haven't really jived with it that much. But this is okay so far. I'm not going to save that because it just sounds like any old anime opening I've ever heard in my life. So, next song is Awakening by Paladin. Again, tight musicianship, decent production, but man, if I have to hear one more band that sounds like this, I mean, my ears are just going to fall off. It's just, it's numbing when so many bands do the exact same thing. No, I can't because this is just like anything, any power metal I've ever heard before. So I think Paladin, I'm sure that they have a solid following for what they do, but I'm not hearing what makes them stand out. And maybe they're just not trying to stand out. Maybe that's fine. But you know, when you're thrown onto a playlist full of tons of all kinds of stuff, then you gotta find out what makes you unique, because you know, this is just blending in completely. Pocket Full of Pills by Incura is the next song. Singer sounds unique, but the song is too predictable in every sense of the word. The chord progression and everything is just straight up ripped from any old metalcore song ever. But I will say that the singer is fantastic. This song is The Time Has Come by Sascha Paeth's Masters of Ceremony. I know that Sascha Paeth, he's usually a music producer. He's done stuff for Epica and Camelot. So this must be his solo stuff, I guess? Let's check it out. So far, the music is actually along the same numbing lines as the last couple of songs. Now, I will say that I'm getting towards the end of my list here and I'm getting cranky, you know? And that's totally my fault because I'm the one who decided to do this video and I knew that I would get metal song after metal song, and now my ears are becoming numb and the songs at the end are at a disadvantage because I'm not fresh and I'm less glad to hear them. So they do have to fight a bit harder. And what I like about this song, again, is the vocalist. She's very good. I'm not sure who she is. I'm wondering if it has a good chorus. Maybe it will. Let's see. I don't know, man. I ain't trying to hear that. Next song is 7 Strings by Monroe. Okay, so this is actually a cover of 7 Rings by Ariana Grande, a song which I think is okay. Do I want to hear this? Well, gotta give it a fair shot. So far this is just why, you know? But there is a part in the original song that I like in the second verse where she says, I shine, and it's a really sort of weird chord. I wonder if they do anything with that. Probably not. Dude, you didn't even do anything with the best part of the song. Okay, congrats on these guys for jumping on that bandwagon niche of doing metal versions of pop songs. That was difficult to listen to. Stretch Initial Talk Remix by Louise is next. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Pretty shitty. Okay. That is it. Thank you for sticking with me through all this. I have to apologize because I feel like towards the end I got impatient and I got mean and I got just unlikable. I hope that none of the bands, if they do see this, take my comments personally, although I know it's hard not to. At the end of the day, that's just like my opinion, man. This boy here, he approves everything I've said in this video. Don't you? If you were gonna give this video a downvote, reconsider and just look at this poor boy right here and just give it an upvote, will ya? And if you disagree with my opinions, please tell me why. I would love to talk to you about it. If you want me to react to your song or your album, I would be happy to. Keep on trucking.